A Taliban flag flies from the clock tower of the Herat Provincial Official Office and at a square in the city of Ghazni on Saturday. While fully armed, Taliban fighters are seen driving throughout other major cities after taking them from the Afghan government.
Offices will start their work from tomorrow. Herat is a huge city, and we are alone here. Business continues as normal, and people are happy with us, and with our services, they will be happier.
In the past few days, Afghanistan's second largest city, Herat, in the west, third largest city, Kandahar, in the south, and fourth largest city, Mazar-e-Sharif, the capital of Balkh in the north, have fallen to the Taliban. One Balkh lawmaker says the province's National Army Corps surrendered first, which promoted the pro-government militants and other forces to give up. After a multi-pronged attack, the Taliban now hold half of Afghanistan's 34 provincial capitals and now control about 20 of Afghanistan's 34 provinces overall. The insurgents have captured much of northern, western, and southern Afghanistan. Less than 3 weeks, the U.S. is set to withdraw its last troops. President Joe Biden ordered for the complete withdrawal of American soldiers in Afghanistan by August 31st. Following his decision, thousands of NATO troops and contractors made a decision to leave as well.
The likelihood there's going to be the Taliban overrunning everything and owning the whole country is highly unlikely.
On Saturday, the White House tweeted out photos and a statement saying today President Biden spoke with Secretary Blinken, Secretary Austin, and National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan about the ongoing efforts to safely draw down the civilian footprint in Afghanistan. As the Taliban gains more ground, thousands are now fleeing the country out of fear of a full militant takeover or yet another civil war. Many say escaping is their only hope at survival. And the Afghan government is now largely confined to the center and east. No word yet on exactly when these additional military members will arrive in the country to protect the U.S. Embassy.
And Felicia, of course, there are fears, right, that the Taliban taking over the country could lead to terror attacks.
Many people are talking about that possibility, but President Biden has said they are going to keep a very watchful eye on the country to ensure there are no future threats. But after the U.S. spent nearly $1 trillion and the 20-year war there, Biden says that 1 more year or 5 more years of U.S. military presence would not have made a difference if the Afghan military cannot or will not hold its own country.